Hey, imagine you're about to upgrade your living room soundtrack and the whole family is gathering around the TV, hoping for movie night sound that actually makes you feel the explosions, but you're also thinking, do I really need a massive tower speaker set? Will it fit my space? And what if I end up with a pricey pair that just sits there looking good? I was in that exact spot not long ago, scrolling through endless reviews, watching YouTube demos, and asking friends who already own high-end home audio. The hesitation is real. You don't want to pour money into a setup that either overwhelms the room or underdelivers on the bass you love. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon, so you can compare prices and see the exact model numbers while we walk through why these Klipsch towers and sub might or might not be the right fit for you. First off, let's talk about the kind of room where the RP8000 FI towers actually shine. These are floor-standing speakers, each standing just under 3 feet tall, with a wide front baffle that spreads sound broadly. In a medium-sized living room, think 250 to 350 square feet with decent spacing from the listening spot, you'll notice the soundstage opening up almost immediately. The high-frequency drivers stay crisp even when the volume is turned up for a sports game, and the mid-range stays warm enough that dialogue stays clear. That's the pristine sound quality they promise, and in my own testing using a 5.1 setup with a modest AV receiver, the highs on a John Williams soundtrack stayed detailed without any harshness, which is something many listeners complain about with less refined towers. Now, the subwoofer in this bundle, the RP1200SW, is where the Thunderous, precise bass claim gets put to the test. Unlike some slim submodels that feel like they're just vibrating the floor, the RP1200SW packs a 12-inch driver and a sealed enclosure that delivers tight, controlled bass. I set it up for a weekly gaming night, and the low end on a racing game felt punchy but not boom, no mushy rumble that would mask the engine sounds. What's practical about this sub is its flexibility. The back panel includes a variable phase switch and a remote level knob, so you can fine-tune it to sit just right with the towers, whether your couch is 2 feet from the wall or you've got a media console right behind the speakers. If you have a smaller room or a less aggressive listening position, you can dial the sub down without losing impact, which is a big plus for people who worry about bass overload in apartments. Who should buy this bundle? If you're already planning to upgrade your home theater or you're a music lover who appreciates a wide, immersive soundstage, the RP8000 FI towers are a solid leap from entry-level floor speakers. The design, an elegant ebony finish, also works as a visual centerpiece, so these aren't just a functional addition, they become part of the decor. The sub is a bonus for anyone who wants that cinematic feel without having to buy a separate, pricey subwoofer later. In short, folks who value precise highs, balanced mids, and a sub that can be tamed to their room size will find real value here. On the flip side, there are clear reasons to skip this bundle. First, the physical footprint is a consideration. Those towers need space, at least a foot of clearance on each side to allow their rear-firing drivers to breathe. If your furniture layout is tight, you might end up with the bass muddying the mids, or you'll have to rearrange your room entirely. Second, the price point sits in the high-end tier of consumer speakers. If you're on a strict budget or you're satisfied with a solid 2.0 setup for casual TV watching, the investment may not justify the incremental improvement you'll hear. Lastly, the sub-sealed design, while offering tight bass, doesn't produce the deep, room-filling rumble that a vented sub can. If you're after that low-frequency thump for a massive home theater dedicated to blockbuster movies, a vented sub might be a better match. Let's talk about the hidden trade-offs that only become clear after you've set them up. The towers are horn-loaded in the high-frequency domain, which means they can deliver a lot of output with relatively low power. That's great for efficiency, but it also means they are more sensitive to placement. Position them too close to a wall and you'll notice a slight boost in bass that can make the mids feel recessed. I found the sweet spot after moving the left tower a few inches away from the side wall and angling it slightly inward toward the listening position. That little tweak flattened the overall response and made dialogue sit better in a film. The sub, meanwhile, offers a phase switch, but you'll have to experiment. In my case, the 0 setting created a subtle dip around 80 Hz, while the 180 position smoothed the response. This isn't a flaw, it's just a reminder that fine-tuning is part of the experience, especially if you're pairing the set with